Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. So I'm gonna show you right now the new advanced map called Midnight Mansion, and I'm gonna show you Halfcush, Improbable, and Chimps. So for those of you who have watched already my stream, you have seen my struggles in achieving Halfcush, and now with this video I'm gonna show you a more optimized strategy to beat it using Obin as hero. So it's a free-to-play hero that you get as you level up, and without using Monkey Knowledge, Continues, and Powers. So it's a very friendly, beginner-friendly strategy. And of course, as I always say, if you do have some Monkey Knowledge, to use it, because it's gonna make everything a lot easier. But if you don't worry, I got you covered. And yeah, let's jump straight away into the gameplay. You wanna start here by placing a That Monkey. And you have to place this That Monkey in this way. So touching this yellow line on the left side of the stairs, and then just covering the bottom right corner of the shelf on strong. If you place this That Monkey correctly, you can actually only lose 3 lives in round 3. Now, for what I've seen, even a slight different positioning of this That Monkey may cause you to lose more or less lives to what I'm gonna show you here in the gameplay. So yeah, it's just something that could happen. Don't worry too much. Even if you end up losing more lives than me, it's always at the end of the day just a couple of cash, like 2 or 3 cash of difference. So yeah, don't worry too much. You're gonna place in the exact same way at the monkey now on the right side. So touching this yellow line, and then covering the bottom left corner, in this case of the shelf, also on strong. And you can check right away if you place these That Monkeys like in the best way possible. If you lose or you don't lose any lives in round 5, you could see there that I didn't lose any lives. So that means that I was able to place pixel perfect both of these That Monkeys, and I'm gonna lose only 1 life here in round 6. If you do end up losing 1 life in round 5, that means that you somehow have placed slightly differently these That Monkeys. And yeah, but as I said before, don't really worry that much. You should still be able to beat the map and beat Halfcush, so don't worry. You want to place another That Monkey there as soon as you have enough cash, closest to the bottom and to the left, also on strong. Round 9 here, you're gonna lose as well like 3 or 4 more lives because of all these greens, but as well, that's fine. Yeah, only 2 lives. And then round 10 should be no lives lost once again. Then at the end of round 10, you're gonna sell the 2 That Monkeys, and you're gonna place Obin. So you're gonna just keep the very first That Monkey that you placed. And now Obin placement, once again, must be as I'm gonna show you. So Obin closest to the bottom, closest to the top, and with the range just almost touching, in this case, this white line, right, this yellow line. And then set Obin to strong. You want to keep Obin on strong until you place the Druid in round 15. And something that I've seen that happens is that if you can pop all the Bloons in round 12, as you could see there, you're gonna end up losing some lives in round 14. Instead, if you lose those 3 lives in round 12, you're gonna end up popping everything in round 14. So yeah, that's just this slight difference that happens, and I've seen that it's pretty consistent. Now here you have Rumbles, you want to spam it, but of course you're gonna have that yellow balloon, as I said before, that's gonna sneak past. You're gonna lose 3 lives there. And then at the end of round 14, you want to place the Druid closest to the top, and actually closest to the left, and then you're gonna move it closest to the bottom until you pretty much, once again, just are beneath the bottom right corner of this shelf. So don't place the druid closest to the top, because otherwise you're gonna end up losing damage, but you're gonna place it closer to the bottom in this way, always closest to Obin. And here you're gonna set Obin to first, druid to strong. You should still have the brambles from round 14, but then in round 15 you want to use them again. So just spam them pretty much as soon as you can, just use them. They're going to be also useful here in round 16. Then get the druid 0-1-0. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So you might have a little bit more lives than what I have, you might have a little bit less. It just depends exactly on the placement and of the placement of the towers, as I said before. Round 19, at the very beginning, use brambles. And round 21, start, go slow, and then as soon as you can, drop a ninja right here. Closest to the bottom and to the right. Now here I'm taking too much time to place it, so that's why you can see here some balloons sneaking past. And that's why I'm gonna retry the round. But if you are quicker than me, you should have no issues. So unfortunately here, I lost that extra life that didn't allow me to place a ninja right away. So I need to wait a little bit, but then it should be. And again here, I just can't place it. I'm just too slow. I want to place it correctly, and of course you want to place it correctly, and that's why I'm so slow. But yeah, just happens. All right. Let me try again. Now in this case, I'm gonna try to place it as fast as I can, even if the positioning is not super good. So yeah, whatever. All right, like that. I don't know, the positioning might not be as good, but in that way at least I'm not gonna lose any lives. So that should be good. And just once again using brambles at the very end. And I did ended up losing some lives regardless, so yeah, whatever. Round 23 here, get the ninja 1-0-0 once again as fast as you can. And a lot of RNG here involves the totem position as well, because the totem is as low, and if it disappears exactly when you need it, that's a problem. And sometimes there is this delay between like when there is the previous totem and whether there is a new one appearing. See here, there is no totem whatsoever. So yeah, sometimes that can is the reason why you end up losing some lives. Round 25, just make sure you use brambles once again and get the ninja 1-0-1. And also go slow, because going slower sometimes give your towers a little bit more accuracy, so it's better. So just ninja here, 2-0-1 during round 27. For Bloons, don't worry, you have Obin basic attacks. And Obin, by attacking the LEDs in the right side, see that the basic attacks are gonna turn in the air and they're gonna pop the LEDs coming from the left. So yeah, it's pretty easy. And next is just getting the druid 0-3-0. That's the next thing to do. Round 30 is even easier, because these Bloons have like there is more space between them. Round 31, as soon as there are some Bloons that from right or from the left can push forward, just use brambles. In this case I did use brambles a little bit later on, but still should be nice. And then round 33 again, use brambles. That should help the ninja to pop all these camos. Unfortunately here, these brambles were dropped in the bottom, and you can see that that's why some camos might be able to push forward. So I wanna just make sure here I use the brambles with different timing, so that brambles are gonna be dropped. Yeah, here we go, another position, and I can pop all the LEDs, all the camos, sorry, in this way. The ninja alone, unfortunately, is just not enough. Cannot really do it. So that's the Druid 030. And you're gonna also get it 130. So in that way you can pop Bloons with the Druid and also with the Vine. Keep it on strong for the moment. It's good. Use Brombos here for these rainbows. Get the Ninja 202. And then for the end of round 35, you can place a tack shooter right here, closest to the bottom, to the left. The important thing is that you can attack if there are some Bloons going backwards, going downwards. Go slow as well here at the beginning of round 36 especially, until you have the Vine appearing and doing some damage. Tack shooter 100. And then using Brombos here for the last rush. Tack shooter 201, 202, and then 203. That's pretty much straightforward. Round 37 is pretty long. You have a lot of lads here, zebras, and just make sure that once again you use Brombos for these camos, these white camos at the end. Tack shooter 203. All right. Now dropping a glue gunner closest to the bottom, to the right side. On strong 110, using Brombos as well at the beginning round 39 to help you in this round. These Brombos are going to be 100% consumed, so you're not going to be able to save them up for the more round 40, but you still need them for the zebras and especially for the rainbows. And then placing a wizard here closest to the right, to the bottom, and just upgrade it a little bit during this round here. If you can get it like 010, should be some extra damage. And now round 40 is pretty easy. You just start it, you get use Brombos. When you can't attack the mob anymore with these last towers, you just sell them, and then you get these wizard 0 to 1, and that's it. If you have a totem here in the corner, you have Brombos around this area as well, you should be able to glue those Bloons, use the vines, Obin, ninja damage, and then wall of fire, and that's it. So you should be able to pop everything pretty easily. So around 40, I recommend you really to push it until you lose no lives, or if you do end up losing some lives, just like 4 or 5 lives, no more than that. And you're gonna sell then the wizard, you're gonna sell the glue gunner, and you're gonna replace it, but in this case right here, so closest to Obin and closest to the top, 0 to 2, so it has camo detection, very important for round 42. And then you wanna, in this case, build up again another another tack shooter in the left, closest to the top, to the left, right in the corner. And you're gonna need this tack shooter here for round 43, 45, 46, and until 46. So just make sure you get it. Now here, unfortunately, can you see that Brombos again spawned in the left side? So there were some camos around 42 sneaking through. So yeah, once again, you need Brombos early on against these camos, and you're gonna need Brombos always like on the top side. So here we go. That's a much better position. Go slow here around the 43. There are the ceramics incoming, but you have the Druid, you have wall of fire, you have now as well this tack shooter on the left, and there should be a vine here. No, 4 lives lost, but then the vine. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, depending exactly on like RNG from the totem, from wall of fire, even from the vines, you might be losing some lives every now and then, just a couple, not really that much. But yeah, it could happen. Don't really worry about like trying to perfectly and every time like lose no lives at all. And here once again I messed up because around 45, as soon as you see the camo purples, you want to use Brombos. And here I messed up because I used them too late. So as soon as you see them, just use them. In this case, I did use them, but it was still too late. So there was a camo purple, camo pink, I think, sneaking through. And it's so needed brambles here because of the fact that Wall of Fire cannot pop purples. So you just have the ninja. So yeah, as soon as you see the purple coming from the right side, that's when you want to use brambles. And as you can see, if you do everything correctly, like, it's easy. It's just that you need to do it. That's the hard part. You need to use brambles as well with the correct timing and all that. Round 46 as well, it's easy. Right? I don't know why. Oh, because I started the round too quickly. I still had a vine popping a bloom from the previous round, and that's why I wasn't able to instantly destroy the those bloons coming from the other side. Yeah, my bad, I guess. And then round 47, you sell the tack shooter and you get the wizard 032. This upgrade right here, Dragon's Breath, makes Wall of Fire again to be very strong, to have more pierce, to last longer. So it's a lot of things that have been nerfed since this patch. Now with the third upgrade, they are like, Wall of Fire is once again pretty decent. So that's why it's something that I recommend you to get. And it's more damage now to camos, so you don't have to worry that much about camos anymore. Double Wall of Fire, Bloons on fire, damage over time. So yeah, it's a bunch of things that make this tower so strong. And then after that, so you're gonna once again replace the tack shooter, and now you're gonna upgrade it and you're gonna keep it, and you're gonna need it to 04. So yeah, here, because unfortunately I wasn't able to get the tack shooter in time, I had to use brambles there for that first move up. But then as I got it now, it should be fine. I can get the next one as well. I can start preparing it 203 and then 204. These tack shooters do a lot of damage. And that's why I'm using them. They're actually the best way. Like, if I would go with my traditional way to face like Hawkish, like with a bomb 204, right? With maybe another like Wall of Fire and stuff like that, it's just not possible. Like, you just can't beat it because you don't have enough time for your towers to do that that damage. And that's why instead tack shooters that do a lot of damage very quickly, even if they have a small range, they're so good. So OB in level 10, you want to set wall trees to be as close as you can towards the middle of the path, and then you want to place it down. It's going to be a super help against the Bloons. You're gonna get additional cash as well, so a lot of things that make it a very thing that you have to place. All right, here we go. 205, 204, another overdrive. Round 56 here, replaces wall trees as soon as you can, so you get the cash inside. You can remove the obstacle, and that allows you now to place a village. Unfortunately, villages cannot be placed in any other position other than on top of these shelves. So either on the left side or on the right side once you remove the obstacle. And yeah, so village right there, 100. Already increasing the range of these tack shooters, but then the most important thing is just getting the village 200 and then 300 for round 63. And that is gonna make these tack shooters to be even stronger, to have more pierce, which is exactly what I need here, to do a lot of damage to as many Bloons as I can. And yeah, round 59, camo lab Bloons, don't worry, you have wall trees and you have as well Dragon's Breath wizard. So 300 BFB. See how much damage I'm doing to the BFB and to all the mobs, so that's why you don't need to do anything there. At the beginning of round 61, just replace world trees. And I'm gonna as well get here an alchemist, closest to the top, to the left. Here we go. Buffing. Now giving the Mixodip, right? And then giving the brew to these tack shooters, making them stronger. World is exploding. That's the alchemist. And now the cool thing about this setup is that you don't need to use any abilities for round 63. You should have already enough damage to take down all the 3 rushes. What I recommend is just to, after you get the alchemist here, to place another tack shooter down here and to start upgrading it to 02 as well, right? And then you go for the top path. So you go 302. For the last rush especially, you can use Brambles for these ceramics coming from the right side, because sometimes they can push forward. So yeah, that's the tack shooter here, 302. And now you have to keep not Brambles, but world trees for these Moabs here around 64. So when you see the first 45 Moab coming from the right side, you should be able to pop it pretty easily. But then for round 65, just use world trees, right? That's it. You can even use world trees in round 64 to tank that last 45 Moab. But as you can see, you do a lot of damage with your tack shooters, so it's not like needed. And now next is getting the alchemist 401. And refresh world trees as soon as you have the cooldown. So as soon as you can use it again. That's the alchemist. Giving of course a stronger brew. And when you get the alchemist 401, you should be able to give the brew to all 3 of these tack shooters. And that's why it's so good. Here we go, 401. At this stage, you can get the village here 320 with camo detention. Just replace the village here around 69, and you can actually reset it one more time. Then I recommend you to keep it, because you're gonna need it for round 75. Unfortunately, round 75 is a pretty annoying round with the double stack BFBs. That might require some retries, and that's why holding your world trees for that round can just simplify everything. Selling the ninja, because that as soon as you get this village with camo detention, that means that all these tack shooters, they get camo detention, and so yeah, it's not like needed anymore. You can pop a camo pro balls, and yeah, it's just easy. So you have to reset world trees just once more here around 72, right? Get the cash inside. And now you're gonna keep it. You're gonna have a world trees ready for round 75. So last thing here is getting this tack shooter 402. So getting Ring of Fire. Here we go. Easy. A lot of damage as well coming from this Ring of Fire. Remember, don't use world trees, don't reset it. And last thing is gonna be placing here a ice tower and getting it like 200 and then 300. Now here is where you have to use Brambles, right? For these double stack BFBs, right? Use Brambles. And then you wanna reset these world trees when these BFBs are gonna explode or almost explode. All right, so you can tank already some of those mobs. And here we go. And that's it. It's very important that you tank some of those mobs, because otherwise these shooters are like overwhelmed by the amount of ceramics and mobs, and they just cannot pop all the balloons. So that's the only thing. Round 76 is super easy, literally. And then you can get this ice monkey 3-0. So now you have as well the shards. It's just very nice. And last thing for round 80 is to place her up here, so closest to the top, and then just barely in range of the village, right? So that the alchemist is not going to give any brew to it. A boomerang, and you're going to get this boomerang 0 to 4. So it's going to be a mob press boomerang. Round 78, you can place wall trees if you want to tank some of the ceramics coming from the right side, but you do already a lot of damage now with these tack shooters. So round 78, even without wall trees, it's perfectly fine. And just upgrading this boomerang here, 004 and then 024. Resetting wall trees here, getting the cash inside. Mob press, here we go. And this mob press is going to be very good, especially for round 80, because it's DMG coming from the left side. The mob press is going to just keep it here in range of these tack shooters. So tack shooters are going to be able to do a lot of damage to it. And so then you're going to have to deal with just the like few balloons, few ceramics sneaking through. And that's why I like this mob press here in that position. And that's it. So that's all you need to do here in round 80. You can reset. You can place like wall trees if you want to now on the corner, right? You can reset it in case you might want to tank some balloons, but as you can see, it's not needed. So that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching and see you. Bye bye.